Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of PTT6. So let's continue with the new beginner map skates. Right now I'm gonna show you Chimps, and it's gonna be a gameplay without using any heroes and reducing RNG as much as possible so you guys can achieve the black border. So let's just jump into the gameplay. It's a beginner map, so it should be very easy. So I'm gonna start with this setup right here. So the monkey in this first loop, and then sub closest to the bottom so that you can target the intersection. Now I'm not entirely sure I placed this up correctly, so I'm gonna just yeah, here we go. This is a little better. So closest to the bottom and to the left, actually it's a little better. And then that monkey right here inside the loop, closest to the left. That monkey is strong, subbing first, and that's it. So this map, you have well, different ways to start. This is just the way I like to start because it's very reliable, and as I said before, it reduces RNG by a lot. So it's guaranteed, no matter like even if you place these towers a little differently, or even if you don't have the alchemist buffing in the exact correct moment, you should still be able to survive. And of course, surviving and completing Chimps in one go is gonna award you with a black medal, and therefore if you get all the medals in the map, you can get the black border. So right here I'm just upgrading the sub 001 first, and just increasing the attack speed, and now I'm just gonna get it to 01. So I'm gonna get quite early advanced intel rather than getting Airbow starts and then getting advanced intel. I'm gonna get advanced intel now, because as you can see, the sub covers this middle portion of the path, but this monkey is already given range in this first loop. So you're gonna increase the total damage that the sub can do by a lot if you get advanced intel earlier, as I did. And not only that, you can also destroy the Bloons a little faster as they come out. So the rounds also last less, and the gameplay is faster overall. So in this gameplay, I'm gonna show you what in my opinion is one of the most reliable ways to defeat Chimps, especially in the beginner and intermediate maps. That is starting in this case with a monkey and sub, because there is water. But if there wouldn't be water, I would nonetheless go with the Avatar of Wrath. But in this case, because there is water, I'm gonna use subs in this early game and also in the middle game. So I'm gonna get a sub commander, and then for the late game I'm gonna have the Avatar of Wrath, as I said before. So that's the sub 202, easy. I'm gonna get now this monkey 002, so that's more range, and that's camo detection now for the sub. So you're not gonna need camo detection, or you're not gonna need to place another tower. You have already camo detection, just like that. I'm gonna get right now here, so closest to this sub in alchemist, right, just like that. And I'm gonna get this alchemist 300. Next round you have Bloons coming out in round 28. You can approach that round in many different ways. You can get a sniper 100, you can get another tower that can pop Bloons, or in my opinion, what is the simple way to do it is just get an alchemist with Mixodip, and periodically the alchemist is going to give the Mixodip to the sub. Therefore the sub is going to gain lat popping power, and therefore you can pop lats very early, just like that. And yeah, it makes the round very easy. So I'm gonna just drop here another sub, closest again to the bottom right, so to closest to the other sub, and then closest to the bottom right. Advanced intro, and then just getting it to 0, 3. And then I'm gonna get this Alchemist 400. So they're gonna I should buff both subs, and the brew should be stronger. So that's the start for this map. As I said before, you can use many different strategies. This is a beginner map, so it's not particularly difficult. This is one of the many strategies you can use, but I like this one because you don't need to use abilities, you don't need to be super precise with the placements, or like change the targeting or whatever. You just need to place the towers and they're gonna do their job. And at the same time, that is gonna reduce RNG, so you can be a little bit more relaxed and you can enjoy the gameplay. So that's the Alchemist 400. That was around 40, by the way, destroying the mob very easily, very fast. And now I'm gonna get this first sub, so the sub that is closest to the Alchemist, so the one that it's prioritized, 204. And then I think that right here, let me just check out. Yeah, I think here. I'm gonna get a village. All right, so as a reference, see this small rock of ice on the lake. You're gonna just place, actually, well, look at this other rock right here. See, the village range is just touching it, so closest to the right, and then just touching this rock. So with the range not above it, not under it, but just following the right edge here. And as you get now more attack speed, this sub should be in range. Now it's not in range, and that's very weird because it should be, but no worries. I'm gonna get here another village. With discount, so now this village should have that extra range that is gonna make this sub now be in range. All right, that's perfect. So yeah, it didn't really play out super smoothly, but I misplaced this village by probably like 1 or 2 units. I should have probably placed it a little closer towards the bottom. But yeah, at the end of the day, the important thing is having this sub is going to be the sub commander in range of the village. You don't need, like 100%, you don't need this other sub in range of the village. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have placed like another sub maybe right here rather than here. But I really wanted to have some more range in this right side in case some Bloons, you know, may have sneak past. But I guess that's gonna work. As I said before, you don't need to be super precise because this is a beginner map, so you should be able to beat it even if you messed up, like I did with the village, like I did with this other sub. And sub commander is 27,000 cash, so I should be able to afford it in around in this round right here, around 58. So here we go. And now I place these 2 villages just like this because I'm gonna get next at the Avatar of Wrath, and it's important like having some discount here because you're gonna get the other druids the other populace that are gonna boost the effect from the Avatar of Wrath. You're gonna get them in range of both this discount village, so you're saving some cash, and at the same time in range of this other village that later on is gonna be an MAB. So yeah, just make sure to place the druid like as close as you can towards the top and in range of both villages. You can very easily see the different icons, and you can see where you're gonna be able to drop it. So for example, here is like the furthest I can place it from this village, and in range of also the other one. And yeah, I'm gonna just start upgrading it right away, 014 and then 015. So here, unfortunately, lab Bloons can be a little bit complicated because unless the subs have the Mexodip, they can't pop lats. And the only other tower that can pop lab Bloons is actually the Alchemist. But no worries. Alright, just the the most difficult rounds normally on any gameplay, not just Chimps, are like round 63, then round 64 just afterwards, because you have like 345 mobs, and then 76 and 78, because if you have enough like mob popping power to destroy mob class Bloons quite easily, you don't have to worry about rounds 75 or 77. So the only rounds that can be a little bit more worrying are the rounds where you have a lot of ceramics, for example around 76 and 78. And that's why I like Sub Commander so much, because you do a ton of damage to mobs, but at the same time you do a ton of damage to ceramics, and therefore you make all the rounds until around 80 super easy. And as you can see here, I messed up the sub positioning, I messed up the village, I did some mistakes, but it's still working, and that's just how good the sub commander is. And especially like every map that has water where you can play subs that can be quite reliable, I always recommend you, if you're playing on Chimps, to go with a sub commander, because that's gonna be a guarantee, like a gameplay that's gonna be easier, right? It's not guaranteed that you're gonna win, because you still need a strategy for the late game, but at the same time it's gonna be a strategy that is gonna be quite easy to pull off. You're gonna just need some adjustments, and it's gonna beat. Even some expert maps can be defeated quite easily with a strategy involving a sub commander. So you're gonna see next round 75, there are some double stack BFBs that can be can sometimes be hard to be destroyed. So those are the double stack BFBs, but see now how quickly the sub commander destroys the mob layers and then takes care of the ceramics. Super fast. So if you can defeat round 76, that means that you can defeat also round 78. Remember that the second ceramic rush is camo. So you need camo detection, or if the tower is doing the highest amount of damage does not have camo detection, remember that for the second rush you're gonna lack a lot of damage. So you either need a village with camo detection, or you need to play something to remove the camo from the Bloons, or you need a way to pop the camos in with another tower. Alright, just 15,000 cash short left for the Avatar of Wrath. In all these rounds you get a ton of cash, like from just destroying the Bloons. So yeah, you get the cash very quickly. Should be able to afford the Avatar of Wrath for like around 83. Maybe sooner. Maybe around 80, at the end around 82. Let's see. Okay, oh my god, easy. Round 81. So now these Ramex have more HP, so they're harder to be destroyed. But still, the sub commander with the other sub, with the druid, can take care of most of the Bloons with ease. But you can definitely see that now the Bloons are able to push a little further until they're completely destroyed. So that should be the Avatar of Wrath here, around the T2, as I said before. So that's perfect. Here we go. I always like to get Heart of Oak for DDTs later on, because well, you know, sometimes some regrow Bloons can be quite annoying, but normally, like most of the times, you don't need this upgrade. Alright, so let's place this alchemist in range of both villages, hopefully. Okay, right here. I want to really place this alchemist like closest to the Avatar of Wrath, so it's gonna prioritize it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I'm gonna start dropping some more druids, so some more populace to buff the Avatar of Wrath, because you can gain a more base attack speed with more populace, as you can see here. I don't know if you can read the, yeah, no, but you can stack the populace effect up to 5 times. Now I'm gonna get the MAB. I don't want to forget about DDTs in round 90. And just keep on going as many, like building as many druids as possible in range of both villages. Just 000, 004 for now, these druids. And then next I can just get them 014. Alright, here we go. So that's 3, so I can get 2 more to have the maximum attack speed. So yeah, let's just keep on building them right here. I think it's just the best. So 1 and 2. Alright, so I'm gonna just get them now all 014, as I said before. These druids, you shouldn't underestimate the damage that they can do themselves. It's not just the Avatar of Wrath doing a ton of damage, but also these druids, so don't underestimate that. And now normally, like, you don't need anything for the remaining rounds other than in round 95 and 99, that sometimes because like when on these DDT rounds, you don't really have a lot of Bloons, and therefore you don't have a lot of levels of rage on the Avatar of Wrath. So sometimes these DDTs can push forward and forward and forward, and can be a little annoying, especially in round 99. You can counter this in many different ways. You can get a glue gunner, you can get a an overclock. You can approach in different ways. You can get a sabo. So in this case, I'm gonna go with an overclock. I don't need it to be in the range of MAB. I just need to be in range of the discount village to have the discount. And I can start overclocking the Avatar of Wrath, giving even more attack speed. I can get another sub right here. Why not? I could get like more presses. You can get many different things, but you don't need to. So you have already all the damage that to destroy the Bloons, and especially like around 100, You have level 3 Rage from the Avatar of Wrath, so you destroy the BD very fast. Alright, so that's Overclock on the Avatar of Wrath for these 45 DDTs, and that's the BD. So that's gonna be Chimps, guys, Black Border. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.